Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies, ladies and gents, it's back with a vengeance. Ebola. Haven't heard of it? Don't know what it is? Did not even see that one coming? What planet have you been living on? Ebola. The spoozing disease that really does do work on a person's physique. They said it was gone. They said that you didn't have to worry. They said it only had an incubation period of 21 days. Then they said, oh no, we were wrong. It could be up to 7 weeks. Then they said, oh no, we were wrong again. It could be up to 6 months. Then they said, oh no, we were wrong again. It could be up to 3.5 years. Years. So guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It is true. Ebola's incubation period is no longer 21 days. Yeah. Got a problem though. If Ebola can stay in a person's system greater than 21 days, then that means that they never had it under control. Okay, now hold on. I want you guys to hear. I want you to hear what they are saying now. See, remember they said it was from a little tiny incy-wincy itty-bitty little kid who got bit by a bat. Then they took that kid and the people who came in contact with the kid who got bit by a bat in December 2013. Y'all remember December 2013 when the outbreak started, okay? And it ended June 2016. But anyway, December 2013 when this kid contracted the disease. No, I said 2013. Yeah, I believe it was December 2013, the first outbreak. Doesn't matter. They said he got bit by a bat, and the people who came in contact with this kid ended up spreading it to everybody else, right? Okay, now notice what they're saying, how it is being spread.
The new Ebola outbreak in the Congo has now reached a major city, Mbandaka, with a population of 1 million people. It means the virus may be about to get way more difficult to contain. 23 have already died in more rural areas. The first batch of experimental vaccines only arrived on Wednesday. It's the 7th time the DRC has been hit in the last...
Wait. The first batch of experimental vaccines. That's right. It's still experimental. After 4 years, it's still experimental. After 4 years, it's still experimental. Why? Because the pharmaceutical companies are set to make billions off of this. Amazing, ain't it? Because watch and see how many other companies, how many other hospitals, how many other organizations are going to be stocking up on these so-called experimental vaccines. Want y'all to pay attention. They always tell you what they're doing before they do it. Okay? Hold on.
...2 decades. So why does the virus keep coming back? Reuters pharmaceuticals correspondent Ben Hirschler says it's partly a problem of education in West Africa.
Hold on. Are you trying to say that the black people in Africa are ignorant? Huh, Mr. Black person? Sorry, that's the first thing they want to say is that the people in Africa are ignorant, that they're stupid. Even though all life started in Africa, they want to say the people there are ignorant, stupid, because they are uncivilized. They're bush people. Hold on. We're going to come back to this. Remember where we are, okay? Remember where we are. We're going to come back here. This is the part I want to show y'all. Hold on. Not there. I want y'all to pay attention.
Areas. The first batch of experimental vaccines.
Look at that. Do you see that right there? That's an uncivilized nation. They actually, you know what? That's a 737 almost. It's not a 737, but it's modeled after the same model of a 737. But pay attention. They have a Congo cargo plane. Look at the equipment that they have. So I don't think they're as uncivilized as they want you all to believe. Congo, one of the largest countries in Africa. They're uncivilized. They don't know what they're doing. We're talking about the bush people. Yeah, because they got to make you guys think that people of color are stupid. So let's find out what this black man has to say. Not you. Not you. You ain't got nothing to say. He doesn't have nothing to say, y'all. We want this one right here, this black man. He's got something to say.
West Africa, and food sources.
The problem is this virus is endemic in the tropical forests of Africa. It's in large reservoirs of fruit bats, of which, you know, the vast populations. They don't seem to get sick with the virus, but they can pass it on occasionally to other animals. They can drop infected fruit, which might get eaten by deer or monkeys. And then when people...
Doesn't he look like he's infected with something? My bad. I apologize.
...come into contact with those infected animals, that's when the virus transmits to humans.
We're talking about bushmeat here. These animals, including bats, are...
Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. I don't mean to show you these images, but I need you to pay attention. They're saying it's now coming from their diet. Millions of people eating the same food, but it's coming from their diet. Now they're saying bush meat. Well, I'm sorry. All of their food comes from the jungle. Okay, just so that you guys will understand that. They call it bushmeat. They want to use the term bushmeat because they want you to think that they're actually going out there in the bushes and getting the meat. Oh God, it's amazing. So, just so that you all know, no, they're not actually going out into the bush. They're going out into the wild. They're hunting the animals in the wild. That's how they get them. They're not just going, oh, look at that one. He's got rabies, so don't touch him. Go after that one right there. He ain't got no rabies. So go after the one that don't have rabies. It don't work like that, okay? They've been doing this for centuries. Hold on. Centuries they've been doing this. They didn't just start this practice 50 years ago, 60 years ago. They've been doing this for centuries. So how come millions of people haven't already died? You see, if it was true that it was in the meat, then these people would have an immunity towards Ebola because they're actually consuming it. Don't talk to me about science. Talk to the scientists because they know more than I do about how people get these immunities and these antibodies and, you know, anyway.
All part of local cuisines, like these Reuters found in a Congo market during a past outbreak.
Do you see how they have him hold it up? This is for your show so you can say, oh God, I wouldn't eat something like, oh, how could they eat that? Oh, Lord. Okay? They want you to be upset about it. Sorry, you go to certain countries and you eat cow. You eat what you call beef. A cow is not called beef. He's called a cow. You eat cow. Go to India and think you're going to get a hamburger that's made from a cow and see how quickly you'll be strung up. You wish you were black at that point. Anyway, hold on.
Health agencies say that people need to know how to properly handle the animals
Oh
from
God,
hunter
it's dead!
to plate.
They want you to be
They are to
afraid!
continue eating them, such as cooking them thoroughly.
Ladies and gentlemen, they want you to see images like this in a wheelbarrow, so you will say, oh God, no, I could never eat like that. Oh God, that's unsanitary. Ain't it interesting, huh? This wheelbarrow is only used for this, not used for anything else. The same as you have a tray that you use to put food on that you use only for food. You have another tray that you use to work on your automobile. You have another tray that you use to paint the walls. This is only used for this. That's why it has its own little label. But shh, I know. You would not do this. Okay? That's why they are showing this to you. They're doing this on purpose so that you could be disgusted, so that you can say, it's because of the way they handle their food. Centuries they have been eating food. Centuries they've been preparing food. Centuries. Hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people who have the same practices are not stricken with Ebola every year. But for some reason, now they want to say it's their dietary habits. Before, it wasn't dietary. Before, it was the fact they were being bitten by bats. Now they're saying it's their bushmeat, period. Hold on.
And not allowing the meat to contaminate other foods. But how people react after an infection is just as important.
I want you all to pay attention to this part right here. They're going to show you something. I'm going to let you know that this is a false story. This story that they're giving, this whole story that we're talking about, that I'm pointing out all the things they're trying to do to spark your attention, has nothing to do with the outbreak. Notice they're not talking about the outbreak. They are trying to create a narrative. Hold on.
But they also need to educate the populations. They need to sort of help treat those who are sick, because you can, have a much better chance of recovery if you have rehydration, whether that's oral rehydration or intravenous rehydration. They also need to make sure that we have safe burial processes.
Hold on. This is their food. They are showing somebody dumping a body next to their food, next to their vegetation. That's why he talked about safe burial. Ladies and gentlemen, this was happening during the Ebola crisis, where they were running out of places to bury people. You're going to find the same thing is going to happen when people start to die in the larger cities. They're going to run out of places. You saw Louisiana, where bodies were on the street during Katrina. Sorry, it's just the truth. But they want you to, and I want to show it to you again, because it makes more sense when you see it again. You see, vegetation right here. Okay, and then but these are workers. These are not farmers. These are not mamas and daddies just burying a body. These are workers, employee medical. Okay, they needed a place to put the bodies. They didn't have a funeral home to take to, so I assure you, probably right next to the hospital, near the hospital. This is an old film, but they want you to think this is what they're doing now. Anyway, let's continue. For centuries, these individuals have been growing food, burying bodies, and every single nation knows that you cannot bury a body next to your food source or above the water table. They know this. Not because it was written in scripture, but because when they didn't do it, it spread disease. Whole nations died as a result of being unsanitary. These individuals have survived for centuries. So there is millennia. Let's get the word millennia. Okay, thousands of years. So there is no way in the world that any of you guys, including the individuals who are trying to make you believe that this is actually what goes on a daily basis, is reality. Hold on.
Real processes, because touching infected corpses is a common way of spreading the infection.
During the 2014 outbreak, scientists at Yale University said funerals presented a huge vector for the virus's transmission.
A huge vector. A huge vector. That's huge. Oh, sorry. I don't care about this idiot right here. He ain't too bright. I'm sorry. When it came on, because of the website that I went to get that story, when this story came on, I didn't know what it was about. I thought it was about Ebola, and I thought he was complaining about people coming in with Ebola. Let's just say, man threatens to call immigration officers on Spanish workers. Look, he's an ignorant fool. But enough about this idiot. We're going to go back to the page on Ebola so that you guys can get a better understanding.
The new
I don't want
Ebola
this
outbreak in the
page.
Congo has now reached a major city.
Say bye-bye. I don't want this page per se. I wanted this page. Why this page? because this was the first page that I turned to. Okay, Congo Ebola outbreak reports the first confirmed urban case. Why? Because it's spread to a city that contains millions of individuals. Okay, here, and I am very sorry to hear about what's happening in Hawaii. Okay, and as far as the volcano erupting, ladies and gentlemen, I got one other thing to show you, and it's I've been trying to pull up this story right here, but it won't let me. It tells me waiting for Microsoft, trying to resolve host. It really has been trying to stop me from pulling up the Ebola story. And I don't watch the news, so I was speaking with someone about a particular information regarding stuff that we're doing, and yeah, the Ebola story is supposed to be here, and it won't let me pull it up. But we're gonna go to YouTube, okay? YOU, and express yourself. Okay, so now that we are arriving at YouTube, the next stop, we're gonna show you guys something, because I told you this, and some of you picked up on it, but not all of you did. I don't know why they keep showing this Bill Bixby thing. This is not, this says this person put it up a year ago, but it wasn't a year ago. That was up 4 years ago, the original one. This one right here, Bill Bixby, he's the one who played in the television series. Was it called The Incredible Hulk? Yeah, The Incredible Hulk. All right. Hold on. Now, I put in distraction. Now, we want to say TRUMP, rump distraction. Trump is nothing more than a distraction. Ladies and gentlemen, leaked footage. Trump is nothing more than a distraction. A defiant apology from Trump over lewd comments about women. Don't care about that, ladies and gentlemen. What I care about is, where is it? Not, I don't remember the gentleman's name, and he is an older guy who's been talking about Trump and all the stupidity of Trump, and I just don't see it. But there is a video that specifically talks about Donald Trump being a distraction, and I think it may be the top one. I think I'm just not, it's the, see, this is CNN, so let's see. Give me a second. Let's see. And then this will be the last part, and then I'll go back to doing what I need to do because I have things I have to work on. But I just want to definitely
now, there have been worries and complaints for months about Trump, but this was the last straw. Listen here, just before meeting an actress in Hollywood.
I'm going to use some Tic Tacs just in case they start kissing. I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. You just kiss.
Yeah, see, this ain't it. The video that I am talking about is a recent video where the gentleman is talking about Trump and Trump being no more than a distraction. That is all he is a distraction. And ladies and gentlemen, that's all he's there for, is to distract you. What do I mean by that when I say that? Well, while you were all looking at all the stories about Donald Trump, what you weren't being able to see or recognize is the story about Ebola and the fact that it has started and it has reached a major city and 23 people have died. Go back to 2013, December 2014, and I was right the first time when I spoke about 2013, 2014, is when it started in December 2013, ladies and gentlemen, it started with one kid. Well, now you have information about there being 23 people dead, which means you have to multiply that 23 by 4. On the safe side, we're going to say 4. You can't do it by 3 because one person infects 3. So we don't want to go 3 persons infect this many, 5 persons infect that many. We don't want to do that. Okay, what we want to do, and I know that I'm going to have to turn off the volume, turn off the volume, turn off the volume. Anyway, what I am suggesting here, as soon as this page pulls up and it tells me recover, it doesn't want me to play this story right here. But this is the story that I would be playing. The one that I just played for you guys. This is the page I was at when I first came across this story, is I went to this page. Understand, there is no controlling of this virus. Okay? There is no I didn't ask it to expand. Y'all see what it did right there? I tried to hit pause and it won't even let me hit pause. Okay, so I've had enough. So we're gonna just close out on this altogether since it don't want me to control it. It ain't letting me click, y'all. It says, no, you ain't doing nothing. So this is how I handle that. I don't like my computer telling me what I'm gonna do and what I ain't gonna do. But apparently it's gonna tell me that today. Okay, there we go. Finally, gone. All right. While you're all watching Donald Trump and what new tweet he put out today, or what new stupidity he shouted, or how he and the rest of his cabinet is doing this, or who's the latest person to get fired, or whose dress did he put his hand up last week, or who is he sitting up there trying to kiss or fondle or whatever, while you are paying attention to all of that sidetracked stuff. And I'm sorry for the people who have been in situations to where that they have had to suffer. But while you guys are allowing them to bring up these issues, gun violence, Me Too movements, and all of that, while you're being distracted by all of that, they're doing things in the background. Okay? This outbreak isn't an outbreak that just happened out of the blue. Just understand that. It didn't just happen out of the blue. Now the fact that it's reached a major city, and you saw the plane that we showed you earlier today, they said new vaccines are arriving. That means that people are still flying in and out, and everybody's going about their lives. And when it spreads this time, you're going to hear about the mutating of the virus. See, right now, 23 people dead. Do you see anything? You hear anything about the CDC or Doctors Without Borders going over there and helping? You don't hear nothing. There's no story about it. Wait, hold on. Let's do the last one. We can do this. Ebola 2018 Congo. Says 1 week ago. Ladies and gentlemen, this says 1 week ago. 21 patients showing signs of the disease. 21 patients. And it all happened in a village. Well, if it happened in a village, how did it reach the city? 5 days ago. The deadly Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo has global health officials on edge. CBSN. I have no idea who CBSN is, but I know it's not your major news station. I know this is not CNN. This is Euronews. This is World Health Organization. Where is CNN? Where's ABC? Where's NBC? Where's Fox? I don't see any of their news stories here. Amazing, isn't it? Now, don't get me wrong, the Kilauea volcano and its explosion is a big deal. But hold on. This caused world panic when it happened the last time.
An Ebola outbreak has been declared in the northwest of the Democratic Republic of Congo. 2 cases of the disease have been confirmed. At least 17 people have died. Local health officials reported 21 patients showing signs of the disease around the village of Waikoko in Penge, near the town of Bikoro. Teams supported by the World Health Organization and medical charity Médecins Sans Frontières are at the scene.
What is needed to deal with the Ebola outbreak is to have in place treatment centers. So,
hold on. Remember, they want you to believe that Congo is a bush country. See, there's a bush over there and another bush over there. See if there are any more bushes. Well, yeah, 2 bushes make a couple. So there's a couple of bushes right there. And so they want you to think that this is an uncivilized nation. You gotta give him credit, because look at this car. It's parked in the wrong direction, and he's parked all over the line. So man, civilization, please. And look, they got a bike tied to a phone pole. I mean, a light pole. Ain't no, that don't make no sense. How they gonna sit up here and tie a bike to a, see, that is completely uncivilized. Okay, and how dare they have water drainage pipes on the outside of a building? This ain't New York. And look, they even have trash cans. Civilized countries don't have trash cans. They let people litter in the street. Go look at New York. Sorry, I apologize for that, y'all.
All those who are infected with the virus can be treated appropriately and timely. It is also...
And how dare she come walk right by when she know they're doing the footage, and look at him, got his coat hanging over his shoulder. Uncivilized country that they is. All these black people in this black country sitting up here doing this black stuff, sending this black disease over to all these black peoples. Anyway.
It is also important to have in place contact tracing teams who will follow for 21 days all those who may have been exposed to the virus.
Do you hear this idiot saying 21 days? When they have already debunked that stupid theory that it only stays around for 21 days? That's why this is going to be so bad when it gets there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got to put y'all on hold. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to continue this discussion about how they want you to believe that these people in Africa are ignorant, or that Ebola lasts for only 21 days, but I have a call on the phone that I have to take. I hope this information provides some benefit to those of you who listen to it. Have a good day, everyone.